Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today we're back with old screaming Drycha. Please calm down, please. I just can't get over that. Anytime you put her in that stance, it's just agony apparently. So anyway, we're going to we're not going to destroy Salzamund. We're going to start with Middenheim, which is good. That should be a laugh, unless of course. Nope, they don't want to be friends. So yeah, we're going to burn Middenheim to the ground. But no, we're not. We're actually going to install some trees or something. There's an outpost, but I guess we're just nature, so it seems weird to me. Although I guess we do press gang a bunch of elves to look after the area. So anyway, we're going to build a garden. So the Ulrichsberg is just going to be the world's largest vase. It's going to be lovely, and more of a planter than a vase. A vase insinuates that the plants in them are already dead. And it's just a matter of time before they go all horrible and their petals fall off. No, this will be a planter. Yeah. Anyway, the Ulrichsberg, the world's biggest planter. It's going to be great. Also, just Talabekland up in Kislev, just doing their own thing now. It's just bizarre. But Clan Mulder seem to be just completely slaughtering them. So that's something we're going to have to deal with at some point. Also, possibly orcs. Possibly dwarfs again, but certainly orcs down here. Barakvar, Dokkaraz, Baragdwazbag, and 6 other settlements are under the bloody hands' banner, so we will have to deal with them. But hey, we got Tala Bitterbark to fight them off, and we have all of the hearthlands here, getting the Forest of Gloom up and running, so that's great. Also, Winterfall Palace we have now, so that'll be earning us some extra cash. We have all the income buildings there already, so I'll just hold off on spending money for now. So we have Durthu, the Forgotten. He is forgotten. We've just been leaving him here the whole time. Poor lad, but he's got an awesome army of Hawks. We're getting a bunch of Zoats as well. Then we'll just fill up the rest of the army with Malevolent Dryads and send him off over here to the Gain Vale so he can destroy Chaos. Make friends with unicorns. Are you unicorns? Nope, just white horses. Nope, that's wild horses, isn't it? I was thinking, was it white horses, the Rolling Stones? No, that's wild horses. Wild horses. I'm a songman. Yeah, Middenheim. We're going for that next. So I think really our job is to end the turn, fight some orcs, get Durthu prepared. Yeah, we can't get any more dryads this turn, so I'll hold off on that. Some regiments now might be nice, though. We could get the Enigmas of Gairen, actually. I kind of like that as a plan, simply because, well, I want to get them at some point, right? They're a new regiment of renown. Also, we have a bunch of Zoats in his army, so I think that makes sense. So we'll get the Enigmas of Gairen, which are very cool. They have the same sort of, dampen thing that Zoats have, so it can make magic damage do more damage, which is great, because most of our army does magic damage. And also anti-large armor piercing, and they have different bound spells. They have Flesh to Stone and Regrowth instead of, what are the other two? Earthblood and Flesh to Stone. So it's regrowth instead of Earthblood, which is pretty cool. So, cool regiment renown. So, let's move on. Ooh, this is a little bit iffy. There's a bunch of Midland armies kicking around the place, which is problematic, because if I go for Middenheim, they might go for the Laurelorn Forest, and I don't want that to be a problem, And there's been a confederation, so that whole front is now fine. Because we're not at war with Grimgor, though if we do end up at war with him, that could be a problem. Because how is he doing now? I mean, he just gained another 9 settlements. He's on 17, which is kind of ridiculous. Strength rank 1 now. He just overtook us. We were strength rank 1 until this turn. So, now we've just lost one enemy and gained the potential of a larger one. But I guess that's not so bad, right? I mean, they've kind of absorbed everything around here, though I'm actually kind of surprised, because 17 settlements isn't that much for Grimgor. So you can see there are other factions around here. So yeah, Grimgor isn't the strongest, although this is weird. Who lives here? Because this is all green. For Grimgor? No? Yes, it is. That's all green for Grimgor. So, presumably friends of his. So who is he allied with down here? I don't think it's Queek, is it? Huh. Is it another Greenskin faction that's been able to actually grow? Is it Grom? Down there? I have no idea. I have no idea. That's really weird. But okay. Okay, why not? So, Drycha Hills. Let's get hunting camp there as well, even though it's a bit of a weird one, but, you know, it's all good. It's not as weird as a lumberyard or whatever it is. Okay, so, I'm obviously a little bit concerned about the Lorelorn Forest, but it has a great garrison. Yeah, that garrison will do the job. Although no Hawk Riders, sadly. I would love some Hawk Riders there. I do like Hawk Riders. The fact they have Parthian Shot now just makes them so much better. Okay, so we are going to go for Middenheim. So Black Pit will probably be what gets attacked, actually. And we do have Hawk Riders. Though he's got all sorts of stuff there. Including Free Company. That are actually a nice cheap way to sort of blast Hawks. So that's annoying. But yeah, we're not going to waste any time, though. If we have to go back to Black Pit, so be it. Let's just cripple the army right now. Because honestly, we destroy Middenheim and Midlanders. It's going to be in trouble. That's going to be where all of his decent recruitment buildings and things are, so... It's all worthwhile. Oh, Banner of the Eternal Flame, because you lost a Dryad, didn't you, girl? Yeah, you did. Oh well. Really, that's the garrison in Middenheim? How is that not a better garrison? I would have thought just the default garrison for such, like, an important city would be better than that. But, like, clearly no garrison buildings or anything. But, like, that should be better. Is it just really low tier? Is that the problem? Did it get, like, sacked a few times and is really low level or something? That seems really weird to me. I kind of wanted to fight it because it's Middenheim, but now it just seems a bit pointless. So, never mind, I guess. We're going to occupy it. Good job. Good job. Other Trickster Shard. Which other Trickster? The other one. Which the first Trickster? So, a loyal hound tried, tested as much a killer as any bow-armed elf, though much cuter. Isn't that right? Yes, who's a little snarly boy? Dull. I like dogs. So, let's have a look. Boom. And Coverdale. I like this guy. I like this guy. He's a fun boy. Howl of the Forest is pretty great. I do quite like the Hex here. Lowering leadership by 16 for 40 meters for 20 seconds around self. That is kind of insane. That is such a huge debuff. And it's a huge debuff to leadership on a unit that has Terror, which is sort of insane. And also, Dryads are just so fast. Like, they're such a quick unit. Like, for infantry, that is, you know. So, yeah, if you terrify the front line, the Dryads are just going to cut them down as they run. It's pretty great. A lot of the time, you can, like, there are some factions which Terror is sort of like a bit of a nuisance with. So, like Chaos, for instance, their front line tends to be really slow. So if you do terrify the enemy's front line, they just sort of run off, and you have to go and get them again. It doesn't really let you capitalize all that well, you know. They're just going to come back just as able as they were a second ago, because you weren't able to really capitalize on their terror. So it's not as big a bonus for them, depending on their army composition, obviously. If they've got a bunch of Chaos Warhounds or something, you know, that are chasing off the terrified units, then fine, but, you know, a bunch of Chosen are hardly going to be able to chase down much in the way of enemy infantry, so, you know. What are we going to get here? Should we go with... Ooh, I don't know. Maybe we should go with the one that gives us the most fun garrison. Yeah, this one. Let's get the Hawk Riders. And replenishment rate is kind of nice in Middenheim, but it's going to be a very big plant pot after all, so it makes sense to be good for our replenishment. So, now Durthu for the Forgotten. I haven't forgotten you today, buddy. Do I want Malevolent Treeman? No, I don't. I want to... Sorry, Treekin, rather. I want to hit things hard. So, we're going to go with that. I want very high damage output army. Treekin are brilliant for holding a line. Absolutely fantastic for holding a line. But we don't have much in the way of sort of like damage over time stuff that we want to really benefit from with this army. So again, we're gonna neglect the Treekin slightly, which I keep doing. But they just fit a position that I don't need. I don't need a barricade. I need to murder quickly. That is my want. What do I do here? What do I want to do here with Tala Bitterbark? It makes me think that I should have Tala go to the Guy Vale, but the Forest of Gloom is going to, you know, blossom, I suppose, is a nice way to put it. It's going to blossom, whereas Waterfall Palace isn't going to do a thing, because I actually need to take the Oak of Ages. before I can really do anything. So yeah, Durthu is here for no reason right now. Because yeah, he doesn't need to babysit this. There's going to be no events cropping up around here for him to do. So yeah, we'll have Durthu go. We'll have Durthu go. Also, let's get this one as well, because forest health +1 per turn to the local magical forest, so that will actually benefit the Oak of Ages, which is nice. So that'll be good. At least I think it will. I think it will. Because I mean, we don't own it yet, but I don't think that matters. So anyway, it'll be fine. Right, so Laurelorn Forest only on 28, but that'll change pretty soon. In fact, it's probably going down, isn't it? Oh no, we're still good. We're still good. I think we've got a lot of enemy. We have a lot of hostile Hearthland, so we'll see what they do. We'll see what happens. So, hero not moved, Candle's back. Why do you keep spawning again? That is so weird. Does anyone else find this weird? Because this isn't the default behaviour of heroes. If you disband them, they are disbanded. And then, when they're ready to be recruited again, they'll be in the recruitment pool. Candle just keeps coming back. He just won't leave me alone. What is your problem, Candle? Stop it. Go away. You weird, weird boy. So there must be some weird, weird tag on that guy in particular that's sort of forcing him to spawn. Probably because he's like a starting hero. There must be something weird going on with him. But seriously, that's so strange that he keeps doing that. I really don't understand why or how he keeps doing that. That's not how heroes work. Historically. It's clearly how he works. Well, let's crack on. Oh, is Azhag? Where have you been, Azhag? He's been up north. Oh, and now he's in our land. Azhag, you better watch it. Or we'll see who the slaughterer really is. Spoilers, it's me! And you're gonna go for Black Pit. Oh dear. Oh wow, that is a lot of greatswords. That is just a horrible number of greatswords. I mean, our Hawk Riders can whittle down some of these guys, but the mixture of Outriders, Ludicrous Manic Crossbowmen, and Free Company Militia makes me think this isn't worth fighting. We won't win. We won't win, even if we can get rid of the ranged units and just sort of kite back and forth a lot with the Hawk Riders. We're just not going to have the ammunition. Or the melee strength, you know, on our remaining units to be able to deal with this many greatswords, I don't think. I'd be very doubtful. I'm so tempted just to see how well we can do, though. You know what? Given that this campaign is like the only campaign that gives us these opportunities and actually gives us like such varied tools, I'm going to attempt it. We will lose, but I'm going to attempt it. We'll see what damage could be done, because just getting rid of their Outriders would be hugely beneficial to us. So let's give it a go. Alright, so, given the nature of this fight, we're going to be a boring. That's right, we're doing the boring. Here we go. I'm almost tempted actually to buy myself more time. Let's put this one over here. And what we can do, we can have him step out and then hide again. It'll be hilarious. Hunters! It's a real shame we don't have the like volleys of Kurnos or whatever they're called. I really want those. So let's see how they split up. So they can fire while moving. So I will want to stay out of their cones, which is sort of annoying. Because yeah, direct fire is going to hurt. It's really going to hurt. I know, I'm a sneaky boy, aren't I? Alright, come on. Oh, also, for anyone wondering, you can draw these lines by holding shift and then right click. So I'm currently holding shift, and now I'm holding right click, and I'm still holding, and now I let go of right click. So there you go. Wow, it looks like most people are interested in chasing down these guys. These are all hidden, right? Yeah, they are. Wow, weird. But yeah, it seems the ranged units are... They really want to get rid of the Hawks. Which is very frustrating. I mean, that's what I would do. Obviously, get the Outriders on the Hawks. It'd be weird not to, but still. And it seems only these greatswords are running off, which is super weird. That's my general. I'm kind of impressed by how smart they're being. It's very annoying, but I'm impressed. Well, guys. That should do some good damage. Not as much as I'd like. Not as much as I'd have liked. We have a kill. Just the one. My god, stop shooting all in one place. Ugh. Don't like that. Alright, we need to back up. We need to back up. We need our Deepwood Scouts to hit. We're just gonna lose a bunch of models. Outrides have too much damage potential. However, our Deepwood Scouts should be able to do some serious harm to these guys, which is gonna be great. Okay, let's do that. And yeah, if we just move across, this should work out rather nicely. Also, you step out. See if you can't lure someone over there again. Okay, good. These guys need to be murdered. Okay, excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. This is a problem, obviously, but, you know, it's a different problem. Different problem for a different day. So. The Eternal Realm. Oh, look at all these guys. Oof. I like that I can actually use trees as cover now, though. That's very satisfying. You're gonna lose one, aren't you? Seriously, guys, how? How? Okay, good.
They will die.
And I guess you can run out over here. You weirdos. And yeah, bunch of damage to our Deepwood Scouts now, which I'm not happy about. Alright, so is that just... I need this to just be a pile of crossbowmen so I can charge them. Because that would be wonderful. That would be great. Ah, they're changing their minds. Oh, and who are you? Great swords, alright. Fine, I guess. Oh, they're back. Okay, they're all going for them now, I think, which is sort of weird. Alright, go for the free company now, I guess? How strange. Okay, well, they're going to lose a couple of guys, that's fine. Oh, no, they're back again, because they can see us. Alright, fine. Super weird, but it'll do, I suppose. Alright, now, I want to go over here. I really want to just get into these crossbowmen. That's what I want to do. That's really all I want to achieve here.
Deepwood infantry.
Okay. I guess you guys can just charge now. I don't know. Just charge those greatswords. And they're really getting themselves cornered here, which is nice. Oh, you could stop shooting them, if that wasn't clear. So there's still a lot of nonsense going on over here. But this seems to be doing rather nicely, actually. Which is kind of great. Yeah, we're doing fine here. Lovely. Yep, chasing them down. Retreat. Excellent. Yeah, chase them down a bit. Alright, maybe not. So yeah, we're dealing with all the ranged units rather nicely. Let's just charge them. Just pin them down. No, I want to click on both enemy. Good. You charge this way as well. There's great swords there, which obviously sucks, but it's actually run away. This is really nice of them to do this. To just leave themselves wide open, like they are. So you don't fire at will, and you too. You too. You lot shoot them, I suppose. Alright, cool. Cool. Shatter them, please. Come on. Oh, yeah, you move back. And, so this is obviously going to take a long time to resolve, but that's okay. Alright, chase them now, please. You'll be chasing them a while. That's fine. Okay, you move up and around. How have you not shattered them yet? That is taking forever. Alright, charge them, please. That's great. Outriders will be dead soon. Oh, you guys, come on now. That was a mistake. Oh, that was a mistake. Being a bit slow there. They was walking so slowly towards me, I thought it'd be fine. It wasn't. Oh, good. They're running away. Perfect. Thanks, guys. Thanks, team. Ooh, you can run back too. Alright, you charge them. You guys start shooting that army. Yep, you charge them too. I think we can wipe out these guys pretty quickly. You guys start shooting the other greatswords. So yeah, Hawk Riders do have armor piercing with the melee, so they can actually charge and do some pretty good damage, things like greatswords. It's just they're very flimsy themselves. That's the main problem. And now, those greatswords are being a bit of a pain. Yep, Treekin, doing great. Doing great over here. Our Dryads can actually hang back a bit, I think. I think we're going to move the Dryads back. And that's not going as quickly as I'd have liked. That's going great, though. And, God, how do we end up with lots of Dryads way back there? Great. Absolutely fantastic. Alright, you go chase them down.
Understood. At once.
Yeah, both fire at will, please. Yeah, actually go for those crossbowmen. That's perfect. And you lot go for those crossbowmen. Wonderful. Yeah, this is great. Love this. Alright, start shooting these greatswords then. We'll see if this works. It might not. It might not, truth be told. And yep, we made it into these crossbowmen. They're shattered now, so charge at the back of these crossbowmen. Are we going to win this? This was like, I was certain we were going to lose this. But God, this variety of tools is amazing. It is such a good tool set. I mean, this just huge pile could still deal with us. Like, it still could. And they still have a very healthy lord here as well. So, like, they do have options, and we are running out of ammunition. Which is obviously a big issue for us, but, like, this is a much bigger dent than I thought we'd ever make in this army, so I can't help but be pretty pleased. And now we have 2 units that can slowly whittle down Albert Holtz here. And these malevolent treemen, they're doing pretty well. I mean, I'd quite like these halberdiers to be dead.
Armed and ready. Bowman ready.
Which we don't really have much of an option for now that we're out of ammunition, but we still have a lot of Dryads. Like an awful lot of Dryads. And leadership is holding for this bunch.
Your orders.
They're shattered now, which is great. Alright, charge the back of these great swords. We're going to want to pull out pretty quickly. Like, no doubt. Oh god, you landed like all up and everywhere, didn't you? Oh dear. Alright, so they're getting pretty hurt. Tell you what, we want to make sure these guys can break. That's how we're going to win this. So, let's go nuts trying to kill their lord. We did just drag a bunch of these greatswords out of position, which is awesome. Oh my god, they're starting to break. That is hilarious. Oh my god, we're doing it, aren't we? Jeez. Or are we? Hard to tell. No, I think things changed again. Leadership was definitely on the way down for a moment there. And then suddenly they managed to get a grip. Oh, yeah, units are starting to waver again. My word. Are we actually winning this? This isn't okay. And those halberdiers are taking a bunch of damage now the Dryads are in. And their greatswords got pulled out of position. So their greatswords weren't dealing with the Dryads. So the halberdiers were left on their own. Which is amazing. Although, wow, those Deepwood Scouts are not doing great against the swordsmen and the greatswords, which is not surprising. That's really not their job. But, yeah, Albert Holtz there is struggling. So we've got a good charge on him. Let's back out and charge someone else. Excellent. And, oh my word, that's going to be army losses, isn't it? This wasn't supposed to be a victory. This was not supposed to be a victory. I explicitly said, we're not winning this, but let's see if we can make a dent. We just beat them. Like, this tool set is just so powerful. I just genuinely thought the numbers would win out eventually. Like, we wouldn't have enough ammunition to make enough of a dent. You know, I knew we could kite them around, but I thought their numbers would get the better of us. But here we are. God, that's ridiculous. I bloody love this campaign. Like, the versatility of the garrisons are amazing. This is what garrisons should be like. Just a bunch of different tools. Not just more, but more uses, you know? It's great. Anyway, close victory. It should have been Pyrrhic. Like, what the hell? Shouldn't have been a victory. Okay, so, Albert Holtz. Dead. Well, not dead, he survived, but like, his army's in tatters. I can't believe that. And the amount that we actually wiped out. We actually wiped out a bunch of the units. It's not like you can just sort of sit back, replenish a bit, and try again. Jeez. God, I can't believe that. I genuinely can't believe how well that went. We're going to actually kill the captives. Alright, let this be a lesson to you, Albert. Amazing. Can't believe we won that. Alright then, Ancient Bark. This must be about our dogs. As the War Grove trudges through the forest, you encounter a wary-looking bristlecone pine tree growing amongst a sparsely populated grove, clearly of great age. At first you dismiss it as inanimate and almost dead, but as you pass by, it suddenly speaks to you in a deep, booming voice. Though clearly still alive, the treeman reveals himself to be a long-lost elder ancient of incredible age, who has chosen this spot to relinquish his sentience and rejoin the forest permanently. Before he does so, he wishes to impart some of the wisdom to you, sensing your affiliation with the elder Coadil. But what knowledge will you seek from him? So that's interesting, because I'm actually amazed they've done that, because I'm pretty sure there are only 3 like elder treemen sort of left in recent memory. I thought there were only 3, just generally, because those Coadil got imprisoned. Another one I can't remember the name of got killed, and then there was Durthu, right? And so the idea that there are others, just sort of, yeah, just becoming one with nature once more is kind of cool, and I think is a nice thing. This is something that I think pulls from sort of the Tolkien sort of canon of, like, you know, what happened to the world, because like Middle-earth is just it's us, right? We live there. It's history. That's how it's framed almost. So the idea that just magic slowly just leaves the world. So the idea of these treemen just eventually just settling down and becoming a tree. It's just that nice thing to, like, it's just falling into the mundane once more. I think it's cool. It's a nice thing. This is a nice way to go for an ancient chatty tree. So it's pretty cool. So cultivation. Let us learn how the tree spirits of the Aeons have survived and endured in their forest homes, or let us learn how the tree spirits of the Aeons primed themselves for war. Wheels of War. Global and local recruitment capacity goes up with that one. Or construction costs. I guess construction is the way we go, because we've got all of our armies fully stocked now, I think. So we'll go cultivation, which I don't think is very Drycha-y, honestly. The forest magic gives the ancients near immortality, but their knowledge is what allows them to thrive through times of infertility. Let's go cultivation anyway. Let's do that. Cool. I don't know what you're doing here, Conroy Studebaker. That's okay. Where now? Do you want to go south or north? I guess north, because that actually gives us territory that we need. So, north it is, but we should probably deal with this guy first. I feel like he ran down here, got in a fight, and is on his way back. Don't know what he was fighting. Seems a bit weird. What have you been fighting, mate? How strange. Huh. Also, that army's not really a threat, is it? Or is it? Because Middenheim has... Nope, ooh, wait, hang on. Oh, okay, the garrison from the building that we just built has health, but the garrison from the town isn't at full health. So the fact that we just built the building gave us the garrison straight away, and everything else is just replenishing as normal. So that's novel. So yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, this army can't really do much against us. So let's go take Salzenmund. Come here, Salzenmund. You're mine now. Or Salzenmund. Something. Either way. It's a garden now. This is mine. And a fireball. Not really something that we should be playing with, because, you know, we're weirdly flammable. Which makes sense. Has anyone ever tried to burn, like freshly cut wood? It doesn't work. You've got to let it dry out for like a year till you have decent firewood. It always looks like, go collect some firewood. Okay. And then they chop down a tree and then burn it. No, it doesn't work. They're wasting a bunch of firelighters trying to do that. That's not how wood works. So, let's have a look here. Waystone. I mean, I love the garrison there, but we don't really need... This isn't really our front line, you know? Unless Norsca decides to, you know, take a shot at us, which it might do. We might end up fighting some Norskins as well in this campaign, which would be pretty cool. Let's go with growth. Because I think Laurelorn Forest, yeah, it's not maxed out yet. And yeah, there's a bunch of buildings we still need to build, so yeah. And in fact, let's get the garrison building there, the guard platform, just to make it a little bit more secure. That way Drycha's free to go on more adventures. So Skin of the Woods, still not useful for her, because we're still not really using it. The Withering might be useful. I know that we got the aspects to sort of cover up the fact that we don't have a lot of armor piercing, if we need armor piercing, but just on the fly, being able to sunder the armor of something would be quite useful. Yeah, I would quite enjoy that. Roots of Woe, what was that? Oh yeah, lowers reload, skill, range, and ammunition, which is quite fun. Oh, it does give her much better weapon strength as well. Not that we've really been relying on her to hit anything. Although she has been fighting some of the lords. I've had her and the treeman together, wailing on any lord we've hit. That makes Melkoths cheaper, which is pretty great. I do like that. And it does make elves better if we ever bother to get elves. But yeah, making cheaper Melkoths is pretty great. It's a great spell. Which actually we could upgrade again. Tell you what, let's get Indoctrinator. We'll get Melkoth's Mystify Miasma a lot cheaper, and then we'll upgrade it again, so we can get, like, really quick casts of Melkoths. We can just spam that on any troublesome units. Or slow down a bunch of enemies so we can chase them down better. And Howl of the Forest for that extra 9 melee attack for all nearby units. Very, very good. And we've got Doombolt with him now, which is good fun. Still haven't had a chance to use that yet. Cool. Okay, so Durthu, my boy. Oh, that's a good point. What do we need? Might be fighting Chaos. We might be fighting Chaos, so let's go with armor piercing and speed. The extra speed is really good too with these units, with the armor piercing. I really like that. I really like that a lot. That's very nice. That's really good if we're chopping through like Chaos units. And they eventually break, you know? We can just chase them down, make sure they don't come back. So, I actually need to run all the way down here first, don't I? Boop. Hello, Oak of Ages, which I'd quite like, actually, but I guess not yet. And so, even though it's ruins, you can still use the deep roots. So, don't you worry about that. Are you sure you want Durthu the Forgotten to use the deep roots to travel from the Oak of Ages to Gaian Vale? Doing so will render the deep roots inaccessible for a short time. Who? Oh, Durthu, yeah. Alright, so here we are. I don't see any Chaos Army, because of course they got wiped out by Alariel here, which is pretty hilarious. Look at the tree boys. Oh, so fun. So yeah, we'll take Gaian Vale. And, oh, he's got exotic animals there. That's fun. I wonder what the animals are. Do you think it's like... Do you think the exotic animals are these fancy ponies? I wonder. So, and what do we get for this? Enables awakened forest attrition for local enemy armies. That's quite nice. Quite like that. Physical resistance plus 5% for all armies. That's very good. Immune to chaos attrition for all armies. That's really good too. And a big garrison. A big garrison of tree units. 4 additional dryads, 5 additional treekin, and a treeman. That's really cool. That's very cool. So, yeah, so we're going to take that next turn. It's a shame there's no Chaos Army to fight. But there is going to be something else interesting happening, I believe. And wow, look at that. That's weird. It looks like Tor Ivres. Some of the details aren't obscured by the fog of war like they should. That's novel. Never noticed that before. Oh well. Tala Bitterbark, you really don't have anything to do you? Should we declare war on the orcs just as a way to have fun over here? Or are we better just to wait the... Oh, it's actually going to be quite a few turns, isn't it? It's actually going to be quite a few turns. I wish I could feed this a bit better. But there isn't a way to do that. Huh. Doopy-doopy-doo. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should declare war just for a laugh. Is that worth doing? They say make me feel better. Let's just go to the Forest of Gloom. We don't need to be on the front line anymore, as it were. So we're just going to loiter here. And, yeah, Tala can just sit and wait and whatever. Kadai. Perfect. Hell yeah. So, forest health plus 1 per turn to all owned magical forests. That will speed things up a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. Although it takes 10 turns to do that, but, you know, it's fine. So that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Also, that makes Laura's Shadows cool down better. We haven't really done anything down here yet. Which we probably should, right? Probably should. Enemy units are afflicted with temporary defensive penalties at the beginning of ambush battles. Is very nice. speed, plus 5% for all armies, is pretty tasty. They'll also help out our Zodes and Treemen. And Forest Dragons, if we ever get around to having any of them. Just a bunch of elf unit bonuses all over the place they just don't need. Casualty replenishment rate plus 10% and Untainted plus 4 faction-wide. It's pretty lovely. Yeah, okay, given the fact that it's only +1 per owned magical forest, that's not like +1 per Hearthland. That's like just for owning the forest it's +1. So that's not a big difference. That goes from 5 to 6 per turn, which doesn't really save as much. So I'm not going to get that just yet. And the diplomatic relations plus 15 with high elves, we're ignoring for now because of reasons that we'll get to. So moving on. Oh no, look at this. Look at this. They brought some backup. Now this might actually be an issue. This may be a problem. I know I said that last time, but the handgunners are going to wreck me. 4 units of handgunners, and I don't have Deepwood Scouts to whittle them down in a hurry. So this will hurt a lot. So yeah, I'm actually just going to skip this one, because that's the thing. Maybe, you never know, we could get another victory like the last one, but it'll be the entire episode will just be dedicated to those 2 battles, so I'll just let them have it. I'll double back so I can take out the armies properly. Okay, hello here, hello there, hello everywhere, lake it or leave it. So Lady the Lake thing going on, is it? You have come across an enchanted lake deep within the forest, pure and untainted. It is seemingly blessed by an unknown source of powerful magic. As you approach it, a bright light emanates from beneath the water, and a voice speaks to you in a familiar tongue. Whatever the spirit of the lake is, it requests that you not only leave the area immediately, but also that you thicken the thickets and copses around the lake, so that it will not be found by others again. The tree spirits of the Wargrove could be invigorated should their roots be slaked by these magical waters, but if you decide to do as the lake spirit says, there may be rewards. Interesting. Big old research rate bonus for 10 turns sounds nice. Or big old replenishment, which we don't really need. I actually like the idea of preserving it, because this seems to be more the natural order of things. And Drycha is all about preservation of that aspect of the world. So, the fact that it's a familiar voice, you know, familiar tongue, makes it seem that it's not some like silly bloody elf. Otherwise, it would say speaks to you like a silly bloody elf made of meat, some silly pointy-eared meat sack. Let's preserve the lake. Yes. In return for our conservation efforts, the spirit of the lake has honoured us by imparting its mystical knowledge, not magical knowledge. No, nothing magical about it. Mystical, that's what it is. Let's preserve the lake. And, yes, Middenheim, they didn't take it, so we still have it, which is surprising. And it does mean that our garrison is wrecked now, which is sad. Aw, poor Gary. It's short for garrison. So, I can go to Dieterschaffen, or I mean, I would like to go Dieterschaffen Wrecker's Point, but then I've got to come down here again. But if I come down here, it's not really going to do anything. So I guess we'll go Dieterschaffen first, because I think that'll actually leave... Oh no, they've got Wismund as well. Weismund. Let's just have that. This is mine now. Yes, Katabla. I agree. Alright, so we have that now. What are we going to build there? I don't think anything, because it's a port. So, yay? Yay, I guess? That's cool. So we have that. And now, let's come over here. So this could change some things. Guy Vale. And obviously we're going to colonize it. It's very important that we do that. So let's start building it up. Let's get to a copse, which immediately, just at level 1, provides a bunch of awesome garrison units. Like these settlements, they don't muck about. Like 2 Hawk Riders, 2 Malevolent Dryads, 3 Treekin, Malevolent Treemen, 1 Forest Dragon, a Great Eagle, and 3 Glade Guard. It's weird that there are more Treekin than Dryads in that army. There's no front line. It's all monstrous infantry, basically. Or just straight up monsters. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, there's a Treeman, a Dragon, an Eagle. Madness. Anyway, they don't muck about. So, that'll do, I guess. You just loiter there for a minute, Durthu. Don't you worry. So that's good. So we got this one developing as well, which is great. So we're making progress, for sure. Tala Bitterbark, we are just going to have Loiter there for now. I know, it's a shame, but it's fine. She'll have things to do once we get to 100. And we start the ritual, and a bunch of armies turn up and start trying to attack us. Oh, look at this! Boris coming back with a vengeance. See, are you going to take back the Elricsburg? Yeah. Finally. So yeah, we're going to have to turn back from Dieterschaffen, I think. Or actually, I might just leave it and take that again last, because actually taking Middenheim with Boris's army in it would cripple the faction, you know, properly. Because I could take Middenheim a million times, but he still has that army. And all of the units that he's been able to recruit there. If I take Middenheim and destroy that army, he won't be able to get access to those units anymore. Oh, and Nordland has had enough, which actually suits me fine. Because, yeah, that's just one faction I don't have to care about anymore, because we're just about to get ruins. So, yeah, fine. Works for me. He's seen the error of his ways. Also, what I find fantastic about this fun little meta-narrative here is the Lorelorn Forest. The elves there have always had, like, a pretty shaky relationship with Nordland especially. I think at some point in this campaign, some of the flavor text mentioned Midland, I think, but Nordland is a bigger part of the issues up in the north of the territory there, because what are you doing, Elfric Thanefrost? Anyway, Nordland thinks that he owns the Lorelorn Forest, right? I say he, like it's a guy. The guy, the Elector Count, whatever his bloody name is. Do you mind? I was telling a thing. I was telling a thing, guys. I was telling a thing, Mr. Nightmares. River of. Anyway, so, I can't remember his bloody name, but the Elector Count of Nordland basically decides that he owns that forest and that he should be able to log and, you know, have rights to all the wood there. The elves disagree, and that's been a very long-standing point of contention between those two. They keep having these sort of, like, simple arrangements, which Nordland think they're getting screwed over by it, because it's like, well, it's our land, we should be able to get all the logs we want. But the elves basically just give them rations, being like, you can have what wood the trees provide, and nothing more. So here you go, have, you know, this amount of logs. So they keep it sustainable, whereas Nordland are like, we could be a rich, powerful place, but between us not being able to access our, you know, biggest resource, this huge forest, this huge ancient forest, what we own, that they really don't, and being attacked by Norskins all the time, like, you know, he feels hard done by. But, anyway, we turned up, took the Lorelorn Forest, kicked the elves out, and taught Nordland not to mess with the forest at all, and look at that, they've kowtowed to us, and immediately, it did not take long for us to just go, no, you don't do that, which I find really fun. Anyway, I know, it doesn't really come into the game, but in my mind it does. So, the soil beneath the Wargrove's buttresses emits a ruinous stench. A nearby waterway had recently become saturated with the taint of chaos being emitted by a source upstream, unknown in nature but worryingly powerful. The taint is now beginning to seep into the world roots around the stream. Something must be done, lest chaos permanently affects the land in worse ways than simply rendering it infertile. It is possible to magically dredge the stream of the chaos taint, which will keep it cleansed for a time. On the other hand, you also know certain aspects of dark sorcery learned over your lifetime, and this could be an opportunity to harness the power of chaos to redirect it at your enemies. What action will you take? Interesting. So we got cleanse the corruption, remove the tainted corruption from the river and cast it back from whence it came, which gives us green peace. They had fun naming all this, didn't they? Yes, they did. So, green peace, exercised of its chaos taint, the previously defiled river runs pure, and the nearby forests stand verdant and strong. Gives public order and untainted to all regions. Pretty good, actually, because we did want to clean up the vampiric corruption a bit. And some of the chaos corruption, in fact, because, you know, Drycha's got that silly sword that's been stinking up the place. Could be what's causing this, honestly. Although, I know, gameplay implications, like there's no connection between having that sword and this event happening, I get that, but in our own little meta-narrative, you know, it could be. Or Storm of Chaos. more corruption, +5 corruption, all provinces. Cooldown of spells goes down by 15%, and we get +14 Winds of Magic reserve, which is really good for all armies. So the energies of chaos siphoned from the river have stirred up the winds above, increasing their potential for magic use. I think we're going to go green peace, because that's the thing, Drycha doesn't see herself as an agent of chaos. That's the thing. She's been corrupted by it, but she doesn't realise that that's the case. You know, she still thinks she's a force for good. So the idea of just wantonly being like, oh yeah, we can use the energies of chaos. No, this isn't really something she's like mostly aware of, I don't think. And even Wit Stealer, I think, is a mistake on her part, right? But if someone says, should we clean up this chaos? Obviously her order will be, yeah. So, anyway, I feel like the end of this episode has just turned into a bit of a lecture, but we're going to end here, guys. We're going to end here. No, we're not. We have whispers in the forest. Where are you? Rumours of a possible threat to the world routes have emerged in this region. There appears to be no immediate danger, but should you have any forces nearby, it would be wise to send them to investigate. And that's going to be down here by old Daddy Durthu. So, great. So we can do that next turn. We can go see what monsters hide within this lovely little tree cliff. It's very pretty for an invasion. But anyway, so that'll do. That'll do, guys. We're ending it here. That's right. We did it. We did it, guys. We ended the episode. So if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.